Take a left. Here it comes. Are you ready? Take a left. Hit the floor. Are you ready? Take a left. Gonna break every limit. Take a left. Here it comes. Are you ready? Take a left.
Welcome to Williamsport High School, getting ready for girls basketball action, high school basketball playoff action here at Williamsport High School this evening. As the home stadium Wildcats will host the Walkersville Lions in the Maryland Class 2A West Region semifinals. Glad to have you with us here tonight on Antietam Broadband. This high school basketball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Well, Mark Keller and Chad Brashear is here with you tonight. Glad to have you with us for this playoff game. Our last game, live game coverage for you here tonight. And happy to have you here with us. And third meeting between these two schools from the Central Maryland Conference tonight. The two regular season matchups, Williamsport winning both of those games by 8 points. And Chad, we saw the second of those, a 45-37 win by the Wildcats over the Lions here at Williamsport. And looking back at that, what was it that stood out to you? What did Williamsport do right in that game?
The first thing that they did, in my opinion, was they did not allow the size of Walkersville to control the paint. They were able to push them out very well on defense. And on offense, they got Paige Smith going. And we all know that Paige is going to be the one that they're counting on to put the ball in the basket. But they did a really good job making sure she got good looks from her spots.
I'm going to get your insight a little bit as, you know, from the coaching point of view, making that transition from the regular season to the postseason. What's different from the coach's view on the bench in the postseason? Details
magnify. I mean, that's probably the biggest piece for me is every possession is very critical. I mean, you know, we're really like, what, 30-some hours from March, right? So March Madness occurs. It's one of those things where we really have to, as a coach, look at every possession is the most important possession, and then you just kind of build on that as you go through the game.
It's going to be an interesting one here tonight. Walkersville, coming into this, they have a 13-10 record. They've already played a game here in the postseason. They won a quarterfinal round matchup on Friday night against Poolesville, beating Poolesville 68-33. Big scoring nights. Jill Silver and Addie Borum for the Lions, each scoring 20 points in that game. And Chad, from what we saw from Walkersville, those are two who are really driving the offense on a regular basis for the Lions.
They really do. And, you know, when you look at it and you have Abby Albertson, who's also one of the people that drives the offense, she has 13 double-doubles this year. That's pretty impressive in high school basketball. So for them, they need to keep her off the glass and not let her become an offensive scorer for them this evening, in order for Williamsport to do what they want to do, which is advance.
As for Williamsport, they were the #1 seed in this region, so they had a bye in the first round of the postseason. So they've had a little bit of a break here. They their last game action came last week in the CMC championship game, a 10-point loss to Linganore in that one. So coming into this one, having some fresh legs, I would assume, for the Wildcats. How much does that break help them? How much may that work against them having a break here?
I think the fresh legs part, you're right. I think that's going to be a good piece for them. But I think that when you're able to play in the postseason and kind of get the postseason feels under your belt, that is a huge positive for you. They might knock the rust off a little bit. Postseason basketball is a little bit more intense. The game's called a little bit more physical, so the physicality of the game tonight is going to be a lot more. So if you look at it from that perspective, I hope that they're able to get out and run a little bit earlier to get the rust knocked off.
Okay. We're going to take a little break here. When we come back, Bob Parsletti will have Walkersville coach Troy Bolyard. We'll also dig into this semifinal matchup a little bit more with Coach Brashears here. Stay with us. More to come here from Williamsport High School. Live coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
2023 is a new year. That means a new you with a new vehicle from Hagerstown Kia. To celebrate, they've packed the lot. And better inventory means better pricing for their loyal customers. You can always shop in person with one of our sales consultants or go online to HagerstownKia.com and start the search for your new Kia. Over 25 years of serving you, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Steve is a full-time realtor with over 20 years of experience and a retired Army officer. Allow Steve to serve your real estate needs with the same level of dedication he's served our country and tri-state area for 25 years. Call Steve today, 301-991-7990.
People who run your business are your most important asset, and the internet that your business runs on is their most important tool. Robust Broadband delivers video conferencing, training, and marketing. It will even back up your data to the cloud. So make sure your most important asset has the internet connection they need to get the job done and deliver a better customer experience. Get fiber-powered business internet from Antietam Broadband, backed by 24/7 technical support. Call today or visit AntietamBroadband.com.
Back here at Williamsport High School, getting ready for girls basketball action between the Walkersville Lions and the Williamsport Wildcats. Let's send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has Walkersville coach Troy Bowyer with him. Bob, take it away.
How you doing, Troy? You're in a situation here where you can take the records off. It's going to be experience versus inexperience because you have a younger team and your size against their defense. How do you compensate for that stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, experience, not experience. I mean, we've seen each other twice, and we've been in this situation before. My young kids haven't, but my older kids have been, and they've spent a lot of time this week really talking to them about what to expect and what not to expect. But the other thing is, some of my sophomores played in this same game last year. So, at this point in the season, I think we're all experienced.
Last time you were here, your big girls seemed to get pushed out of the paint and get parsed underneath the basket, which made it tough for them, and it kind of gave Williamsport an advantage. How do you get the paint back?
Well, we've talked a lot this week and worked on one day about how when we were screen and rolling, we were getting too far in and we were allowing them to be able to help on the opposite side. So we'll do some different things, spread some things out a little bit. Our post will be cognizant and aware that if they double down, we'll be able to go back outside. And if we hit an outside jumper, then they got to be true to the outside and the inside, which I think it gives us a little bit of an advantage.
One of the coaching things that I always hear about is try and take away something from the other team and make them do something else. I guess the objective is to try to saddle Paige Smith a bit to make the rest of the team beat me.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the goal with Williamsport, but the thing about it is we've done a pretty good job on her, especially in the first half. What we have to do is put two halves together, and we learned a lot. They came to Frederick County and played in the CMC. They played Linganore, and we learned some things from them. So we'll take some things from that game and put them into this game.
So is the third time the charm this time?
I hope so. That's what they always say. It's tough to beat a team 3 times, so we're hoping that's the case tonight.
Okay, well, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Coach Bowyer. And Chad, I want to touch on a little bit of what Coach said there, especially here at the end. They saw Williamsport play Linganore in the CMC championship game. I'm sure Coach Murphy and his staff saw Walkersville play Poolesville last week in the first round. So how much do you gain from scouting these teams, sitting up in the stands and really getting sort of that bird's eye view?
I think there's a big difference between scouting on film and then scouting live scouts. And I think I'm sure that, they were able to pick up some things that Linganore did to stop Williamsport. And I'm sure that Williamsport went down and saw some things that Walkersville did and that Poolesville made tough for them. But I do think that the physicality is one thing that they probably picked up from Linganore. Linganore is a very good 3A team, and I'm sure they were able to see the physicality beat up Williamsport, and that's probably what they're going to try to do today, is be a lot more physical.
Let's go back to Williamsport, talk a little bit about them. 20-2 at this point in the season. They had a loss to Middletown in the regular season, and then the loss to Linganore in the CMC. Now, they've had a little bit of a break here. Yep. So what kind of things, are you working through during that little break from game action, at least?
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. They had to get healthy. And that's not something a lot of people understand. They have a couple players that have had some elbow injuries, ankle injuries. Paige did get hit in the eye. That was talked about both in the newspaper as well as on the television down there when they covered the CMC game. So she's been battling a little bit of an eye injury. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Murphy does with her today. I would assume he's going to try to start her inside and work her way out and not just start shooting threes right off the bat in order to kind of get her in a rhythm and a flow early in the game today.
Bob sort of touched on, the idea of limiting Paige Smith if you're Walkersville, the Walkersville defense limiting her. What is it that they can do in order to do that and try to make somebody else from Williamsport beat them?
I think that they're going to have to run her off of all the ball screens, and we call it run the line. That's, she shoots a lot of three-point jump shots out at the top of the key. If they can run her off her spots, that's really going to give them an advantage. But Coach Murphy does a really good job with his offenses, and I think the toughest part about having to defend his stuff is if you're going to focus all of your eggs into the Paige Smith basket, you're going to be giving up layups left and right around the rim because Kevin's stuff is really, really good.
And another thing we've seen from Williamsport, and we've seen them a handful of times so far this season, Coach Murphy's not afraid to go to his bench. He's not afraid to go 8, 9, even 10 deep on the bench, and that's got to be a big positive for Williamsport as well.
That's a huge positive. I mean, if the deeper you can go and the bigger your bench is, especially this time of year, because here's going to be the biggest key. The first 2 to 3 minutes of this game, you're going to see a lot of heavy breathing. The emotions are up, the energy's up. If you can get to that second level of breathing on the floor tonight, you'll be in a much better position. The first team that does that will probably be the one that makes the first punch.
We talked about Addie Borum. We talked about Jillian Silver. We talked about Abby Alberts, and 3 big names for Walkersville. And when we saw them here last time, Walkersville got off to a very slow start. What can Coach Bollier do to sort of get them involved early on here?
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes inside and Albertson touches the ball around the block, or they run the little elevator screen action to get Silver jump shots that are clean looks for her.
Okay. We're going to take one more break here before we have the announcement of the starting lineups. We will be back and ready for action here. The Maryland Class 2A West Region semifinals at Williamsport High School. The Wildcats taking on the Walkersville Lions. Stay with us. More to come from Williamsport right after this.
New year, new car, new you. With help from Hagerstown Honda. Hagerstown Honda's buying power has kept inventory on the lot, and we're ready to hand over the keys to your new Honda. And trading values have never been better for the new Honda buyer, with values still being up nationally. 2023 is the year you get more for your car and slide into your new vehicle, with Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales consultants walking you through the entire process. New year, new car, new you. 2023 is here, and so is your new Honda at Hagerstown Honda, the dealer that's always making it easy. Despite our county's changing landscape, you can still find Western Sizzlin' near the Valley Mall. And the reasons for their success? Incredible service and great food. Meals are prepared from scratch using family recipes paired with fresh ingredients and meats that are never frozen. Western Sizzlin' is known for their buffet that's a tremendous value, but you can also order your favorites from the menu. And don't forget about their banquet room for your next gathering. Western Sizzlin', a part of Washington County since 1982, where you'll always find quality food at an exceptional value.
The Auto Spa and Auto Spa Express is a car wash experience like none other, with colorful LED lights and a rainbow rinse. We offer a variety of packages to make your car shine. Experience the ultimate clean at the Auto Spa Express, where you can take advantage of the self-use detail stations with free towels, vacuums, air blowers, and floor mat cleaning machines. Or visit the Auto Spa, where you can receive a full service wash that includes an interior cleaning. Thank you.
Back at Williamsport High School, getting ready for the announcement of tonight's starting lineups. The visiting Walkersville Lions taking on the homestanding Williamsport Wildcats. We might get tonight's live coverage. Brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and the surrounding communities. Thank you for joining us for our live coverage here tonight. Plenty of replays of tonight's game as well coming up for you here on Antietam Broadband. Tuesday and Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Thursday and Friday at 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, March 4th and 5th at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Catch those replays on Channel 6 and 806. You can see them online at AntietamBroadband.com.
First, the starting lineup for Walkersville.
And on the WCL TV on the go app. For Walkersville starting lineup, number 10, Addie Borum. Number 21, Mia Ogg. Number 11, Natalie Meyer. Number 24, Jill Silver. And number 31, Abby Albertson. And we'll get your starting lineup for the Wildcats.
Senior number 1, Amelia
Amelia
Robbins.
Robbins.
Senior number 3, Paige Smith.
Paige Smith.
Senior number 11, Ellie Lavasser.
Ellie Lavasser in the starting lineup tonight.
Emerson Shank.
Emerson Shank.
Senior number 13, Cam Seltzer.
Cam Seltzer rounding out the starting five for the Wildcats. Stay with us. We'll have the opening tip coming to you from Williamsport High School right after this.
With families spending more time at home together this year, it's a great time to level up your internet for the speed and Wi-Fi you need to power game consoles and computers, streaming video players, and all your home's other connected devices at peak performance. Antietam Broadband Internet with speeds up to 2.3 gig plus smart whole home Wi-Fi takes your game to the next level. Call or visit AntietamBroadband.com for a great upgrade offer today.
For over 30 years, Antietam Broadband has been bringing you one-of-a-kind local programming, from coverage of our high school sports to unique programming like our Civil War and Washington County series. Now you can own them on Blu-ray and DVD. Just visit store.antietamcable.com, where you'll find all your favorite local programming from Antietam Broadband. Browse through our categories to find the perfect gift. Antietam Broadband and Antietam Media Services, bringing quality local programming to your home.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster internet and Wi-Fi. Good thing Antietam Broadband has reliable download speeds up to 2.3 gig and smart whole home Wi-Fi to keep all your devices well connected. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit AntietamBroadband.com for a great offer today.
If I were mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
2023 is a new year. That means a new you with a new vehicle from Hagerstown Kia. To celebrate, they pack the lot. And better inventory means better pricing for their loyal customers. You can always shop in person with one of our sales consultants or go online to HagerstownKia.com and start the search for your new Kia. Over 25 years of serving you, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Back at Williamsport High School, getting ready for the opening tip between the Walkersville Lions and the Williamsport Wildcats. Maryland Class 2A West Region 2 semifinals. Winner of this one moves on to the Region 2 final on Wednesday. Walkersville controlling the opening tip.
You know, as we discussed off camera, I thought Ellie would be guarding their best player, and she starts on Jillian Silver.
Lavasser in the starting lineup tonight. Silver, the shot over her, gets her own rebound, tied up underneath. And possession will go to the Wildcats.
You know, this time of year you have really good coaches, and these guys are going to have set plays that they want to run to kick off the game. Let's see what Williamsport runs here to get Page a look.
Levasseur to Robbins. This is Smith. Pull-up jumper. No good, and it's Silver with the rebound. Nice give and go back to Silver, and she's fouled going to the basket. Nice little pass there from Natalie Meyer.
That was a nice little offensive set there. A little rub cut. Got her open. I don't think Coach Murphy was really happy with Ellie's decision there on the defensive end, especially when he was pressing up on her about 30 feet from the basket.
And fouls on Levasseur. First of the game. And Jillian Silver has the Lions on the board first. And Silver, 2 for 2 from the stripe. Silver, the leading scorer for the Lions, averaging about 11 a game. This is Emerson Shank. Her shot no good. And the rebound is taken in by Addie Borum, going all the way down. Her shot no good. Seltzer with the rebound. And we're going to call a foul here on the Lions. As Cam Seltzer came down with that rebound. And the foul was on Natalie Meyer. There's Robbins on the baseline. Shank pulls it in. Levasseur down the left side. Kicks it inside. Seltzer's shot doesn't go, but she'll go to the free throw line.
You know, talking with Coach Murph the last couple days, he has definitely thrown some wrinkles into what they've been doing. And, you know, it becomes more of a chess match this time of year. And it's going to be interesting to see. I know he ran a really nice double stagger screen down here to get Page a little post-up action. It'll be neat to see what he's going to be running the next couple times down the floor.
Seltzer hits her first. Seltzer hits them both. Seltzer, a 74% free throw shooter on the season. And we're all knotted up at 2. This is Borum looking inside for Albertson, but knocked away. Here's Smith going the other way. And Smith with the layup. Her first points of the night. The Wildcats with a 4-2 lead.
You know, they run a lot of stuff out of that 1-4 high set. They usually get that UCLA cut.
Pass is bobbled by Silver. Levasseur takes it the other way.
But Williamsport's doing a great job defending that.
Ball is out of bounds to the Wildcats. Levasseur down low to Smith. Albertson, and that's going to be a travel on Paige Smith. One too many steps.
Tried to get the step through, didn't she?
She did. Albertson stepped right up on her and didn't give her anywhere to go. Albertson to Borum.
That's a good seal.
Inside to Ogg again.
I'll tell you what, Ogg's gotten better since the last time we saw her play around the rim. That's a nice move for her right there.
They're definitely looking for her down low more than they did the last time.
Yes, they are.
Here's Smith for 3. No good, but Robbins grabs the rebound on the baseline. Whistle, and it's a kick. So Williamsport will inbound from their baseline. Smith looking for Seltzer. Seltzer in the paint. Up and no good. Shank and Albertson battling for the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. There's going to be a foul here called against the Wildcats.
It's good hustle play.
Emerson Shank. First on her. 2 team fouls apiece here in the early going, about 3 minutes in. This is Abby Albertson. Hogg up top, looking for the cut.
It's a good inside-out look.
Borum, no good. Gets her own rebound. Smith takes it away. In transition, going the other way, and she pulls it out.
Good look.
McKenna Weaver in the game for the Wildcats. Tied up. Emerson Shank there, and it's going to be Walkersville ball.
We talked about the breathing earlier. I don't think anybody's breathed yet. So the back and forth, you just kind of can't get the flow going right now. He's really looking for that seal.
Hogg around the horn to Borum. Looking inside to Albertson. Tied up there, but gets the shot up. The ball goes out of bounds to the Wildcats.
It's good, tough defense on the block.
All tied up at 4. Comes close in the game now for the Wildcats as well. Here's Smith driving the lane.
Way to get to the rim, not settle.
Smith going to the line here to shoot 2. Fouls on Silver. First on her. 3 team fouls for Walkersville.
Didn't look like her eye was bothering her there, did it?
No, did not. Second shot no good. 5-4 lead. Nice pass inside. Ayanna Teasley. And the Lions take the lead. 6-5. Smith coming right back. Baseline jumper is good. Nice little pop there from Paige Smith. She has 5 points.
Nice pull up.
Borum down low to Teasley. High off the board, no good. Albertson there for the rebound, and she's fouled. Abby Albertson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Murphy is begging his team to rebound right now. Be on the glass, keep them off the glass. He's already going back, and looks like Emerson Shank's probably going to get Seltzer real quick.
With Seltzer with the foul. Albertson's first shot rattles in. Tying the score once again. 7-7. And second shot. Nothing but net. 8-7 Walkersville lead.
We'll try to get that pin down here for Paige.
It's close. Guarded by Silver, and it's out of bounds off of close. The Lions will take the ball here.
You know, Paige was coming through there on the set that they just called, and she got popped pretty good by Albertson on a scout play. It's a great job on the scout, but Paige wasn't able to get around her.
Ciara Sims in the game for the Lions, 42. Now here's Teasley trying to get a shot up, but could not, and then a frustration foul on her there.
Yes, it was.
Reaching in on Laurel Hudson, who's in the game now for Williamsport.
You know, we talked about it earlier about how the officials are going to let you play today. They're not going to bail you out on any calls. You're actually going to have to get fouled tonight in order for it to get a call.
Emerson Shank to Laurel Hudson. Smith looking for the three, now drives.
Good kick.
Kicks it out to Shank for the baseline jumper.
Good basketball right there.
Emerson Shank. First points of the night for her.
And that's a mature play by Paige. Set it up and get the other people involved.
And Smith knocked that one away. Now takes it in transition. Gets past Sims and gets the bucket. Paige Smith with 7 points for the Wildcats. There's a long three from Silver, no good, and it's Smith with the rebound.
It's been a great first quarter for Paige. The pace they're playing at right now fits Williamsport basketball.
Smith for three, and it's good. Paige Smith on fire here in the first quarter. And Walkersville takes a timeout at 14-8 Williamsport.
And that was a quick run, wasn't it?
Very quick run. Smith now with 10 points.
10 to 14.
Of the 14 for Williamsport. And if you're Paige Smith too, Chad, she's aware that Walkersville is going to do everything they can to stop her.
Yep.
So it behooves her to get others involved as well.
Absolutely.
Because that's only going to open things up for her more.
It really does, and it takes a mature player to be able to realize that and understand that. I mean, I just said it right before she hit that three. She's playing at a great pace right now. She's letting herself rest a little bit on offense and exploding into her scoring spots, which is really what is big for her right now. Looks like Williamsport's going zone on this possession.
Jill Silver into the corner for Borum. Cross-court pass. Sims down low to Teasley, and she's fouled.
Sims knew her job there was to get that ball inside because that was almost a touch pass. That's Emerson's second.
Yeah, foul on Emerson Shank. And it's Teasley at the line. Hits the first. Second shot from Ayanna Teasley, up and in. And the Lions cut the lead to 4. 6 for 6 from the free throw line is Walkersville so far. McKenna Weaver. Mackenzie
Coach
Close.
wants the X play. He sees something. They're in a zone.
Hudson.
Good pass.
Inside to Seltzer.
That's a great pocket pass from Laurel Hudson.
A foul there on Addie Borum. First on her. And it's Cam Seltzer at the line. Shooting 2. And she hits the first.
She was extremely confident at the foul line.
And Seltzer's second. Up and in, 4 for 4. For Cam Seltzer at the free throw line tonight. And the Wildcats 5 and 6. 5-4-6 as a team thus far. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. And Williamsport leading by 6. Borum into the corner. Blocked by Seltzer. Liana Ali-Dupree had her shot blocked.
Got it.
Williamsport with 30 seconds to go here.
Got about a 10-second differential on the shot clock. Kevin might go 2. Now he's going to hold it for the last shot.
That's like the shot clock did not reset. Didn't look like that shot hit rim, but maybe it didn't. That's a long three by Laurel Hudson. .4 on the game clock, 9 seconds on the shot clock here for the Wildcats. It'll be Amelia Robbins inbounding here. Gets it to Seltzer. Down the lane, Cam Seltzer. She has 6 points.
You know, I think the time off has gotten her back into her form. You know, that injury kind of held her back a little bit, but she looks like a totally different player now than we saw the last couple times.
9 seconds left here. Inbound is to Sims. This is Sanuda. The shot by Silver. Three-pointer is good. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here at Williamsport. Walkersville closing the gap. They trail 18-13 after one. Stay with us. More to come from Williamsport High School. Girls basketball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
2023 is a new year. That means a new you with a new vehicle from Hagerstown Kia. To celebrate, they've packed the lot. And better inventory means better pricing for their loyal customers. You can always shop in person with one of our sales consultants or go online to HagerstownKia.com and start the search for your new Kia. Over 25 years of serving you, we are
Hagerstown, Kia.
Tony's Pizza in Williamsport has had the same simple philosophy since 1985. Start with simple products. Sauce from the best Italian tomatoes. The best cheese and dough made fresh every day. Then mix those with a great atmosphere, and you'll have the best dining experience you can find. Tony's is known for their pasta dishes, subs, pizzas, and specialty items like their Nutella Dots and the famous Crazy Tony. Simply put, they want to give the best food they can give to their customers. So stop in today to Tony's Pizza in Williamsport.
Back at Williamsport High School, getting ready for the second period. This segment of tonight's game brought to you by Hagerstown Auto Spa Express, offering you a variety of cutting-edge wash packages that make your car sparkle. Hagerstown Auto Spa Express on Vasel Boulevard in Hagerstown, a proud sponsor of local programming on Antietam Broadband. Walkersville with possession to start the second quarter, down 18-13. Here's a three-pointer. No good by Natalie Meyer. And it's Paige Smith bringing it the other way. Smith down the lane, around the rim and out, and Walkersville going the other way. Silver pulls up for the jumper. No good. Albertson rebound, up and good, and gets the foul. Abby Albertson.
You know, she has been much more of a force in this game than she was the last time we saw her play. You know, right before we went into the end of the quarter, they ran a really nice elevator screen for Jill Silver. Coach Murphy did not like the non-call on the physical screen. It did look a little physical, but this is playoff basketball. It's going to be a little bit called a little bit differently at this time.
Albertson misses the free throw. Natalie Meyer giving all kinds of trouble to the Wildcats here. McKenna Weaver shot no good. Ogg with the rebound. And Walkersville now down just 3 early on here in the second quarter. Long three-pointer by Borum, no good. Silver with the putback and a foul. And a chance to tie it from the free throw line here.
Right now, Williamsport is getting beat on the glass big time. You know, I think Walkersville's doing a great job of making it one and done on their defensive end, and they're killing on the glass right now. And Ellie just picked up her second foul.
Free throw no good. Weaver with the rebound. So Williamsport with a 1-point lead. Smith pulls up from the free throw line. In traffic, Paige Smith, 12 points on the night. She
got to her hot spot.
Borum, all kinds of room down that left side. Gets the layup to go. First points of the night for Addie Borum.
Robbins almost got screened by Seltzer is what it looked like. Low zipper screen action here.
McKenzie close to Smith for three. Paige Smith. She is feeling it tonight. 15 points for Paige Smith. And it's a 4-point Williamsport lead.
She is extremely confident. And when she gets going, she's even more confident.
Borum across court to Silver. Silver from the baseline gets it to go. 4 points this period for Silver. She has 9 on the game.
You know, Mark, we watched these guys play back on the 3rd of February, and I think this is the type of game we thought we were going to get last time. Good pass.
Smith underneath.
Oh, that's a good look.
McKenna Weaver, her first points of the night. And I was about to say, Chad, there was Walkersville had a double team up top. There's got to be somebody open. And
yes.
Paige Smith found her under the basket. Here's Borum for three. No good, and Smith has the rebound. Her pass goes off the side of the backboard, and Walkersville will regain possession. Coach Murphy not liking that.
You know, Amelia did a really good job when the double team came. She never panicked. She just got it to a guard, and then Paige was able to facilitate a really good look like she had.
Borum gets it into Teasley. And they're going to call a jump ball. Williamsport regains possession.
It's good hands by Amelia. You know, Amelia, Ellie, they all get their hands on basketballs. They do a really good job at digging. Looks like they went a zone and they elevated it. It's an elevated zone right now for Walkersville.
Hudson looking inside, nobody home. And the turnover. Walkersville.
You know, we talk about the emotions on the players and what it's like to have, you know, be a player in a game such as this. But, you know, if you look at both benches right now, both coaches are working their tails off for their teams.
Robbins down the lane, kicks it out to Hudson, no good. And it's Natalie Meyer with the rebound. Silver going the other way. Teasley trying to work around Weaver.
Good pass.
Meyer looking for Silver down the lane. Teasley comes up with it. No good, close with the rebound. Robbins taking it in transition. Down the lane, Amelia Robbins.
Way to be selfish, Amelia.
And Walkersville takes the timeout here. Amelia Robbins with the bucket. And that's something we don't see a lot from her. Her taking a shot. She's always pass first.
She is, and I was thinking she's going to dump this, but that's a great basketball play right there for her.
27-21, midway through the second period.
You know, a lot of this going back and forth here is when Paige is on the bench. So they're actually able to get a little bit of a rest, and they're not losing anything offensively right now. So that's a plus for Coach Murphy and his crew.
So Walkersville will inbound. Down by 6. Williamsport student section making their voices heard. Silver to the corner. This is Kirsten Sanuda to Silver for the long three. No good. Ogg with the rebound and foul going back up. I think that's going to be on Levasseur, and if so, it's her third.
When I saw her come to the table, I was wondering how long she was going to be in the game before she picked up her third. Not because she fouls a lot, but she's just so gritty and grimy that she's going to be down there trying to get balls.
Right. It was on Levasseur. 3 fouls on her. So we're going to have Delaney Cole checking in for Levasseur.
You know, we talked about this in pregame, the ability to go deep in the bench. Coach is going really deep in the bench right now.
Og misses both free throws. Now Smith with the steal. Silver's back. So is Robbins. Silver knocks it away from Robbins. And now a scrum on the floor. The ball's going to go to Walkersville.
The emotions are high right now.
Yes.
And, you know, it's a basketball play. There was nothing egregious with that. It's just a tough basketball play.
This is Sanuda.
Nice rejection.
Little scoop shot. Kirsten Sanuda, first points of the night for her. Gets the foul as well.
Yeah, that was a good rejection. She rejected the screen. Paige was actually in a great help side position, but once her player started cutting out, she left, in which gave her the open lane.
And Sanuda hits the free throw to make it a 3-point game. Foul is on Ciampo with the Wildcats. Now Cole going to the bucket, and she's fouled. Looked like that was Teasley.
You know, Mia Aug is really big, and that helps in a lot of facets. But if you put her into a screen and roll action, she is not going to be able to help you as well as some other more athletic bigs. And I think Kevin's seeing that a little bit right now, because that's the second time they put her into a screen and roll action.
Cole's first shot up and no good. Second is good. Pushes the lead back out to 4 points with the 3-minute mark in the first half. 28-24, Williamsport leading it. That pass nearly got away from Sanuda. Takes the shot, no good, and Robbins with the rebound. Teasley all over her. Three no good, and Silver grabbing the rebound. Teasley grabbing the rebound there, gets tripped up.
Teasley's been all over the place tonight, hasn't she?
She has brought a lot of energy.
You know, she's a sophomore. She's not playing like a sophomore tonight, especially not in playoff time. You know, Angel Ciampo had really good minutes for Williamsport right there.
Good look inside to Silver. Jillian Silver into double digits.
Williamsport focused so much on Albertson right there that opened everything up for Silver.
Smith for three. It's good. The time on the bench didn't cool her off.
No, it did not.
17 points for Paige Smith at the 2-minute mark. Wildcats lead it by 5. Make that 18 for Smith.
See what Amelia does here. Yes.
Looks for Seltzer.
That's a great rim run by Seltzer.
7-point lead now, and the Wildcats take it away again. Robbins pulls up from the free throw line, and good.
There's a timeout. Better take one. Yep.
No doubt the Lions need one here. A quick and very quick 7-0 run. Walkersville had gotten the lead down to 2. And just like that, it's all the way back out to 9.
You know, Williamsport scores and runs and in bunches, and Paige hits a 3, and then it just kind of unfurls, doesn't it?
Yeah. Minute 27 to go here in the first half.
You know who has been a big spark for them tonight? Delaney Cole. She made the steal there. She actually had the tip. You know, she's been doing some good stuff for them off the bench tonight. And, you know, we talked about that, Kevin, being able to go deep. And this is important now with foul trouble, especially in the first half.
Yeah, we're seeing it. We're seeing that depth that Williamsport has. You know, and that's only going to be good for them the further they go in the postseason.
Absolutely. Looks like Kevin's going to go 1-2-2 out of the timeout, give him a different look.
Walkersville picking the ball up. This is Silver. Cross court to Sanuda, no good. Hudson with the rebound. Robbins kicks it out to McKenzie, close, no good. Albertson with the rebound. 1 minute to go. Walkersville trailing by 9. Borum almost lost it. Inside to Albertson, up and in. Abby Albertson, 6 points for her tonight.
Going to go into a dribble handoff action here. Nice move, Cam. No, Cam put it in there. That's a really good move by Cam right there. Natalie Meyer gets across half court. 15 seconds to go on the clock. You know, Coach Murphy is going to his bench here. 10.5 to go at the end of the first half. Looking for one defensive possession. And there's a jump ball, and that goes to Williamsport with 3.5 seconds to go here at the end of the first half. Three and a half seconds is a lot of time to get a good look here. Page with the three. It is off the rim, and Williamsport leads 37-28 at halftime. Yep.
New year, new car, new you with help from Hagerstown Honda. Hagerstown Honda's buying power has kept inventory on the lot, and we're ready to hand over the keys to your new Honda. And trade-in values have never been better for the new Honda buyer, with values still being up nationally. 2023 is the year you get more for your car and slide into your new vehicle, with Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales consultants walking you through the entire process. New year, new car, new you. 2023 is here, and so is your new Honda at Hagerstown Honda, the dealer that's always making it easy. Despite our county's changing landscape, you can still find Western Sizzlin' near the Valley Mall. And the reasons for their success? Incredible service and great food. Meals are prepared from scratch using family recipes paired with fresh ingredients and meats that are never frozen. Western Sizzlin' is known for their buffet that's a tremendous value, but you can also order your favorites from the menu. And don't forget about their banquet room for your next gathering. Western Sizzlin', a part of Washington County since 1982, where you'll always find quality food at an exceptional value.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School. Halftime score 37-28. The Williamsport Wildcats leading the Walkersville Lions, this Class 2A West Region 2 semifinal game. Mark Keller and Chad Brashears here with you, and what can you say about Paige Smith? I mean, it's just, you know, she spent some time on the bench here in the second quarter, and she came out just hotter than ever when she came back.
She did, you know, and And I think, you know, when I talked with Kevin, his biggest fear was how her eye was going to play. I mean, honestly, I can sit here and say her eye's not been a problem for her. But she's really let the game come to her, and I think that's been the biggest piece tonight, is she hasn't forced anything. She looks very similar to she did the North game for us tonight.
You know, we talked about just the run that Williamsport went on, that quick 7-0 run after Walkersville had gotten it to 2. Walkersville's played very well tonight. What are you seeing from them that maybe we hadn't seen from them in the previous meeting?
I think they're actually getting into their stuff, and they're a lot more aggressive on the offensive glass tonight. They're getting spots around the rim to just score, which they really didn't have the last time. I mean, you know, Williamsport's kind of lucky, to be completely honest with you. Jillian Silver hasn't shot the ball well from outside, coming off of a 20-point game like she had last time. So, you know, it's one of those where Williamsport has been able to kind of keep her off balance, but their inside game tonight has kept them close.
Let's talk about Walkersville and what they can do to stop Paige Smith. I mean, as hot as she's been tonight, I don't know exactly what she's shooting, but she hasn't missed much here tonight. Hasn't. So if you're Walkersville, what are you doing here to try to stop her?
I think the biggest thing that they're going to have to do, honestly, is probably double team her to run the ball out of her hands. You know, but Kevin does a really good job. Like I talked a little bit before the game, his sets get her in positions to take 1, maybe 2 dribbles to score. So the efficiency that she has right now is important. But to me, if they're going to do that, they need to run a double at her to get the ball out of her hands quickly.
Okay, well, we're going to send it to a break here. We come back. Bob Parcelletti's going to have a talk with Coach Murphy from Williamsport. Before we go to break, we remind you the entire staff at 4-Star Athletic Complex, proud to support the Lady Wildcats. 4-Star Athletic Complex in Williamsport offers fitness for the entire family. Stop in today, find out what 4-Star Athletic Complex can do for you and your family's fitness. Stay with us, more to come here from Williamsport High School after this.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
2023 is a new year. That means a new you with a new vehicle from Hagerstown Kia. To celebrate, they pack the lot. And better inventory means better pricing for their loyal customers. You can always shop in person with one of our sales consultants or go online to HagerstownKia.com and start the search for your new Kia. Over 25 years of serving you, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster internet and Wi-Fi. Good thing Antietam Broadband has reliable download speeds up to 2.3 gig and smart whole home Wi-Fi to keep all your devices well connected. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit AntietamBroadband.com for a great offer today.
The Auto Spa and Auto Spa Express is a car wash experience like none other, with colorful LED lights and a rainbow rinse. We offer a variety of packages to make your car shine. Experience the ultimate clean at the Auto Spa Express, where you can take advantage of the self-use detail stations with free towels, vacuums, air blowers, and floor mat cleaning machines. Or visit the Auto Spa, where you can receive a full-service wash that includes an interior cleaning. Thank you.
New year, new car, new you with help from Hagerstown Honda. Hagerstown Honda's buying power has kept inventory on the lot, and we're ready to hand over the keys to your new Honda. And trade-in values have never been better for the new Honda buyer, with values still being up nationally. 2023 is the year you get more for your car and slide into your new vehicle, with Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales consultants walking you through the entire process. New year, new car, new you. 2023 is here, and so is your new Honda at Hagerstown Honda, the dealer that's always making it easy.
Back at Williamsport High School for girls basketball. Send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has Williamsport coach Kevin Murphy. Bob?
Well, Kevin, you really had to work for this lead in the first half. It seems like they're really pressuring everybody else to make it tough to run your sets.
Yeah, and I thought defensively we were really bad in the first half. I didn't think that was our worst defensive half of basketball. Give them credit. I thought they were playing at a faster pace at times than we were. Offensively, though, to be honest with you, Bob, I think we're getting pretty good shots. Paige doing a good job of finding the right mix. Made a nice dish underneath the McKenna Weaver. So we're doing a decent job offensively. Defensively, I'm really disappointed in us, though.
Well, they're really hitting the boards a lot more than the last time you played. I think they're kind of trying to stuff your big girls?
Yeah, Emerson Shank getting 2 fouls. She's our best defensive player. She didn't play the entire second quarter. That killed us from a defensive standpoint. And their size is their size. It's good. So we're going to have to do a much better job of boxing somebody out, put a body on somebody, making it tough on them.
So how do you do that? What's the look to get back in the way you want to play?
We're in between switches. Like our kids sometimes are switching. They're not supposed to be. Our job is to hedge over top of screens and our guards to get over them. And in that way, we're staying with our girls, so we're not getting mismatch situation. They're getting rebounds because we're in some mismatches at times off of screens, which we're not supposed to be switching. And it's just miscommunication. We got to communicate better.
When Ellie went out, it was 3:38, and she was playing a lot of defense on one of their better girls.
Yeah.
You guys still outscored them 10-5 down the stretch. That had to be a plus.
She got her 3rd foul. We were trying to play the game of either Emerson or Ellie to get in there with 2 fouls, and we put Ellie in there instead of Emerson. So it was a little tough. But Ellie's a battler. You guys know that. She plays her butt off for us. She's tough.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Coach Murphy. 37-28 is your halftime score. Paige Smith leading the way for the Wildcats with 18 points. Cam Seltzer with 8 in the first half. On Walkersville's side, Jillian Silver, leading scorer with 11 points. Abby Albertson with 6. And Chad, we heard Coach talking there that the Walkersville's been outpacing them a little bit at times here in the first half. Is that something you're seeing?
It is. It is something that I'm seeing. They're running their stuff really, really well. I mean, I think that they're running their stuff exceptionally well. And they're doing it at a pace that is forcing, as Coach just talked about, we're in between switches or in between hedges. And when you run at a pace like that, it does make it very difficult sometimes.
Yeah, they're doing a lot right. And again, aside from that late run, that 7-0 run that sort of opened things up, Walkersville's been right in this game.
They have. This is a great basketball game. And I really thought when we had this game earlier in the month that we were going to see a game very similar to this one. Luckily for us, we're getting in a playoff game where it means a little bit more at this time.
Yeah, records don't mean anything at this point. It's all about winning, right?
Yeah, survive and advance is the famous phrase this time of year.
Win and win or go home. So we appreciate you being with us here for live coverage tonight. We have plenty of replays coming up of this game, starting tomorrow, Tuesday, February 28th, and Wednesday, March 1st. Those replays at 6 p.m. Thursday and Friday, March 2nd and 3rd at 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, March 4th and 5th, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. All those replays on Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806. You can see those online at AntietamBroadband.com, or you can download the WCL TV On The Go app from the App Store, iOS or Android. Watch these games on demand. Basketball season, football season, showcase of bands, Mummers Parade, all kinds of local programming on the WCL TV Get On The Go app. This segment of tonight's game brought to you by Hagerstown Auto Spa Express, offering you a variety of cutting-edge wash packages that make your car sparkle. Hagerstown Auto Spa Express on Vasel Boulevard in Hagerstown, a proud sponsor of local programming on Antietam Broadband. Getting ready to start here the third period. Lions with possession first. Silver to Borum. Cross court.
Trying to get that ball to Albertson inside.
And there it is. Fouled as she went to the basket.
They run that 1-4 high action, and what they're really trying to do with all the window dressing on the right side of the floor is to get that duck-in seal for Albertson on the backside. But Williamsport's done a really good job of not allowing that to happen.
Albertson's first shot up and good. And Coach Murphy talked about the foul situation between Levasseur and Shank just picked up her third.
And he looks extremely frustrated because they probably just preached about what they're going to look to do, and she was just wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately.
Albertson's second shot no good, and it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. Seltzer up top. Gives to Mackenzie close. Looking for Smith inside. And Smith couldn't save it. It's out of bounds to the Lions. Eight-point lead for the Wildcats. Meyer kicks out to Borum for three, no good. Albertson with the rebound, up and in. Abby Albertson has 9 points now.
She has a nose for the basketball, doesn't she?
She does. It's a clear demonstration of how she's gotten 13 double-doubles this season.
Yes, it is. Nice cut, nice pass.
Cam Seltzer.
That's a really good set.
10 points for her.
Amelia made a really good pass there.
Looking for Albertson on the cut, but Seltzer takes it away, and it's Smith in transition. Pull-up jumper, no good. Mia Ogg with the rebound. And Borum will pull it back and slow things down a little bit. Borum gets around Robbins. Shot's no good, and Robbins with the rebound. And they're going to call Robbins for a double dribble.
Borum really likes that rejection of the screen, especially being left-handed. They do a nice job of running that naked screen on the backside there to allow her to get a chance to make a layup.
Albertson inbounding, gets it to Silver. Travel called against Jillian Silver.
Amelia got that one back, didn't she?
She did. Good defense from the Wildcats. 2 minutes into this third period, and Williamsport leading it by 8.
There's going to be that cross back screen again coming for Seltzer into the pin down.
Smith with the ball fake and around, no good. Addie Borum to Natalie Meyer. Picks up her dribble. Finds Silver in the corner. Baseline jumper looks good. Silver with 13. And leads back down to 6.
Tell you what, Walkersville has come out of the locker room looking exceptionally well right now. Williamsport's really out of rhythm, not doing exactly what they like to do. I think they're settling a little bit right now. Page is settling on 2 possessions.
Call and call a hand check there on, I believe that was Borum.
We got Ciampo's in now and Ellie Lavasser's in.
He's no good, and it's Borum with the rebound.
I think if Walkersville scores here, you can see Coach Murph take a timeout and kind of resettle the troops.
Foul on Lavasser, who had just checked back into the game, and now she has 4 fouls. And she's going right back out. Laurel Hudson checking in for her. That's one to keep an eye on. Lavasser is someone that Coach Murphy likes to have in there, especially in late game situations.
Yes, she is.
Borum for 3, no good.
Robbins apologizing to us.
Yeah. The ball came right over to our corner. Amelia said, sorry, I could have gotten that. We appreciate the effort. Here's Smith, pull-up jumper, no good.
Nice play.
Ciampo, her follow doesn't go, and Walkersville comes away with the rebound. Looking down court, but it's stolen by Hudson, and now Silver. Silver tied her up, and she walked.
That's the right call. She made a great defensive play. She just wasn't able to get her feet set when she landed. The question's going to be, did they call a change of possession, or for the shot clock purposes, or did they stay at 26? And it looks like it stays at 26.
This is Borum with the left hand. Up and in. Addie Borum.
Yeah, he's going to take one here.
Williamsport timeout as Walkersville has chipped away at the lead, gotten it down to 4 points here, 39-35, midway through the third period.
7-2 run to start the half, right?
And we talked about how hot Paige Smith was in the first half. We're not seeing it so far here in the second.
No, we're not. And unfortunately, you know, when talking with Coach Murphy, sometimes as good as Paige is and as well as he runs his stuff, every once in a while the other four in the court kind of become starstruck and just watch. And right now it feels like you're almost watching more of them watch her and not just play the game of basketball. Whatever he drew up in this timeout or talked about, they're going to go back to a set that they feel extremely comfortable with to get the look that they want. I wouldn't really be surprised if they run the fist play to get Paige for a post-up.
Smith inbounds to Robbins. Picks up her dribble and now in trouble. Seltzer, and they're going to call the foul here on Robertson.
Should be spot underneath where the foul occurred.
That wasn't a bad kind of hip check by Albertson.
No, that was a good hip check.
Second foul on Albertson. Smith.
Good look.
To McKenna Weaver. Her shot's long. Silver in transition. Smith takes it away. She's going to take herself to the bucket and in.
Good Euro step.
20 points for her.
Maybe that'll get her going.
Pushes the lead back out to 6 for the Wildcats. Silver going to pick up the foul, going to the bucket.
You know, Jillian Silver's gained confidence since the last time we saw her play. She's definitely playing at a different pace right now, but right there was a really good pace as a point guard. She started and stopped, started and stopped. She actually walked Laurel right into that contact.
First foul on Laurel Hudson. And Silver. Hits the first free throw. Gets a second here. Silver 4 for 5 from the free throw line this evening. And we're back to a 4-point game.
And Teasley just checked in. She was a huge spark plug for Walkersville in the first half.
Ciara Sims also in the game for the Lions. And Silver trying to get the takeaway there on Hudson, but picks up the foul. Second on her. Inbound passes to Smith. She works around Borum. Loses it. Ciampo. Sorry, that's Weaver. And Williamsport's going to keep possession here under their own basket. Inbound pass to Seltzer, and she's fouled.
It's a great catch in traffic.
And falling away for the shot. Foul's going to be on Ciara Sims, first on her.
You know, it's funny to watch that box play come set up. It's like everybody kind of runs the same box play. You know exactly where the looks are going to be, but Cam did a really good job of rolling back and making herself active for the play.
Kim Seltzer having herself a nice game, 11 points right now. She sets for her second free throw here. Shot is in and out. Seltzer 5 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. And it's a 5-point Williamsport lead.
Here comes the Iverson zipper cut.
Sims picks up her dribble. Teasley has it taken away by Mackenzie Close, and it's another frustration foul, I guess we'll call it, by Teasley.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, there's another frustration on her part.
Yep. Second time we've seen that, and that's her third personal.
Definitely a sophomore mistake. You know, not experienced enough to not make that foul there.
There's Robbins. Wide open is Close. Her shot's no good. Robbins with the rebound. We've seen that once or twice every game, I think, from Amelia Robbins, where she plays really big.
Yes, she does.
Inside. Takeaway. Here's Albertson driving to the bucket. Misses the layup. Silver gets the rebound and is fouled when she puts that one back. It's going to be on McKenna Weaver. Second foul on her.
Yep.
And Silver goes to the line to shoot 2. Silver hits the first. .156 to go here in the third period. Silver second, no good. Albertson there for the rebound, up, and does not get it to go, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 as well.
She never stops working. She's always going for the ball. I thought Cam had a really good box on her and just kind of, she delayed for 1 second. And Abby went right over top of her.
Albertson misses the first. Albertson at 3 for 6 from the line tonight. Her second shot up and in. Make that 4 for 7, and it's a 3-point game. 1:53 to go. Silver checks out, and Kirsten Sunuda in for her. And Albertson with that free throw is in double digits now. She has 10 points. And I would think she's probably closing in on another double-double with her rebounds.
If she hasn't already.
Smith with a crossover, and the 3 is good. Paige Smith brings the crowd to its feet. Ciara Sims driving the lane, no good. Bodies on the floor. As Seltzer had that rebound, I think they're going to call Sims with the foul.
Yes, they are.
Second foul on Ciara Sims. There you see the Williamsport student section.
You know, Paige did a really good job of setting that screen and then getting open, but the crossover is what really got her open because everybody thought she was going to keep going, and she was able to give herself some space.
And this time a crossover by Robbins. All the way around to Smith in the corner for 3, no good. It's Borum grabbing the rebound. Contact there, they're going to call that on Seltzer.
You know, that's a heat check shot. And honestly, the way she's shooting the ball tonight, I probably, as a coach, I would not be upset with that look at all. Because when you're on the road in playoff basketball, a shot like that could really become a huge backbreaker for you.
The foul on Seltzer is her third. So we've got Seltzer and Shank both with 3 fouls. And Lavasser with 4 for the Wildcats. So as this game stays close. That's something to keep an eye on. Smith knocks that one away. Sanuda tried to inbound.
This one's going to be on the side from where the ball went out.
It'll be Borum inbounding right in front of us. Teasley. Smith nearly
Page
took
almost
that
had
away.
that.
Around the horn for 3. No good, and we're going to have a foul here on Sanuda, I believe. And it should be a 1-and-1 now for the Wildcats.
It's going to be a long fourth quarter with all the fouls, isn't it? We're going to see who really can shoot the foul shots the way going down the stretch tonight.
Both teams have been okay from the line tonight.
Yes, they have.
So this would be McKenna Weaver shooting the 1-and-1 for Williamsport. 39 seconds left here in the third, and it's a 6-point Williamsport lead. Weaver shot no good. Borum comes up with the rebound.
We have about a 9-second differential, so Williamsport will get one more shot here in the quarter.
Borum driving with that left hand. No good. Bodies on the floor, tied up. It's going to be Walkersville ball. So the shot clock is off now. And the Lions can take the last shot here if they want to.
I have a feeling either Jillian or Abigail are going to take this shot.
The inbound pass, he was looking for Albertson but couldn't find her. Now here's Weaver, and they call a block.
Looks like they have a technical foul on the bench.
And a technical foul on Walkersville coach Troy Bowyer. They called Albertson with a block. Officials getting together. Donnie Souders, Paul Chow.
From the looks of it, I don't think the technical foul was on the head coach. I think the technical foul was on one of the assistant coaches on the bench. And that's what Donnie just went over and told Coach Boyard, that it was not on him, it was on the bench. That's exactly what Paul just told him. He gave it on the assistant coach.
So Weaver hits a free throw, and now Paige Smith goes to the line.
The senior gets a home roll there, doesn't he?
Yes. And Coach Boyard still looking for an explanation. Smith hits both free throws.
Well, I can tell you it had to be a gesture of some kind, because as loud as the facility was, nobody was going to hear anybody screaming from that bench at an official.
Right.
And the toughest part now is his coach has to sit the rest of the game because of the way the rules are written up for high school basketball.
So the Wildcats hit 3 free throws, and they get the ball back for the last shot here of the third period. It's Smith, and hits the 3. And the crowd is going nuts here in Williamsport.
I have a feeling that footage of Jillian falling down and Paige hitting the 3 will be all over social media for the next 48 hours in Washington County.
50-39 is your score. Stay with us. Fourth quarter yet to come from Williamsport High School.
Tony's Pizza in Williamsport has had the same simple philosophy since 1985. Start with simple products. Sauce from the best Italian tomatoes. The best cheese and dough made fresh every day. Then mix those with a great atmosphere, and you'll have the best dining experience you can find. Tony's is known for their pasta dishes, subs, pizzas, and specialty items like their Nutella Dots and the famous Crazy Tony. Simply put, they want to give the best food they can give to their customers. So stop in today to Tony's Pizza in Williamsport.
If I were mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
2023 is a new year. That means a new you with a new vehicle from Hagerstown Kia. To celebrate, they pack the lot. And better inventory means better pricing for their loyal customers. You can always shop in person with one of our sales consultants or go online to HagerstownKia.com and start the search for your new Kia. Over 25 years of serving you, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Back at Williamsport High School, fourth quarter action. Getting ready to start here as the Wildcats with their biggest lead of the night, 11 points, 50-39 over the visiting Walkersville Lions. Maryland Class 2A West, Region 2 semifinals. The Region 2 final will be Wednesday night. If Williamsport wins, that game will be here. Smith loses it, going to the basket here, and Borum coming the other way. Paige Smith now with 28 points. The official quick to call that a 2.
Yep, banked it in.
By Addie Borum. The Wildcats closed that third period on an 8-0 run over the last 150. Smith around her back to Robbins up top.
7 on the shot clock.
And they call 3 seconds on Cam Seltzer. The entire staff at Four Star Athletic Complex is proud to support the Lady Wildcats. Four Star Athletic Complex in Williamsport offers fitness for the entire family. Stop in today, find out what Four Star Athletic Complex can do for you and your family's fitness. Seltzer grabbing, Emerson Shank with the rebound.
Looks like ball's going to stay with Walkersville.
Tied up, and yes, Walkersville will inbound. Borum over the top to Meyer, and right back to Borum. Drives the baseline, draws the contact and the foul.
Obviously she's left-handed, and that makes it tough on defense when you're not used to defending left-handers, because that's a quick force, but she got to the rim nicely from the three-point line right there.
Borum's first shot up and no good. It's her first trip to the free throw line tonight. And Williamsport has done a nice job of containing her after scoring 20 on Friday night against Poolsville. That free throw there giving Borum 5 on the night tonight. 8-point spread, 50-42, Williamsport leading. Smith to Shank. Borum knocked it loose, and we're going to have a travel on Emerson Shank. A shaky start here to the fourth period for the Wildcats, and allowing Walkersville to chip away and get back in this one.
And you're letting them hang around. You know, you got the crowd behind you. This would be a good time to just kind of shut it all down.
Silver in the corner to Albertson. Shot clock's under 10. Silver driving the lane. Nice shot by Jill Silver. 18 on the night for her. And Williamsport take a timeout here.
I think this is a wake me up timeout. He's trying to kind of get him woke up on the bench right now. First thing he said is we missed our assignments. And, that's a big piece of that, especially, remember we talked about earlier at the game, the details. Now in the fourth quarter, in a two-possession game, details become very imperative.
Wildcats lead it by 6. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the fourth period. Mentioned Silver now with 18 points for Walkersville. Abby Albertson with 10. For Williamsport, of course, it's Paige Smith leading the way with 28. Cam Seltzer has 11. After that, it drops all the way down to 4. Amelia Robbins. So it's been a lot of Paige Smith here tonight. A lot of Jill Silver on the Walkersville side. And a heck of a ball game.
It has been. Great ball game, great crowd. It's an unbelievable crowd tonight.
And this is a Walkersville team, when we've talked to Coach Murphy, this is a team that's concerned him all year. They're 13-10, but it's a team that's concerned Coach Murphy all season.
They're extremely well coached. The kids do exactly what they're supposed to do, and he knows that. Nice rebound on the offensive side.
It was Emerson Shank getting the rebound on Mackenzie Close's shot. When she's fouled, she'll go to the line.
That's 4 on Albertson.
And if you're Coach Bolliard, do you roll the dice and keep Albertson in? Shank misses the first.
I think you got to buy a couple seconds here.
Williamsport in the double bonus now. And Teasley is going to the table. We'll see if she checks in for Albertson here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go small here and see if they can maybe speed them up or something. Just something different to give them a look at.
And it is Albertson checking out. So Shank hit 1 of 2 free throws. It's a 7-point game. Looking for Odd cutting across the lane, but couldn't get it to her. And now it's Williamsport coming the other way. Ellie Levasseur back in the game for the Wildcats. She's playing with 4 fouls. Shank and Seltzer both in the game for the Wildcats as well. They both have 3.
11 on the shot clock. Going to try to do a high ball screen now with Seltzer. Nope, Robbins took it.
And lost it up ahead to Teasley. Smith in there to defend, and it's Levasseur with a rebound.
Coach Murph's going to call this set. He wants you to walk it up.
Levasseur picking up the loose ball, driving the baseline, no good.
Heavy play by Paige Smith.
Putting pressure on the ball, and the Lions turn it over. Substitute coming in for the Lions. Kirsten Sanuda.
The real question is going to be, how long does Coach leave Abby on the bench?
And it just took Silver out as well. And a tie up. It's going to stay with Williamsport. .4:16 to go. And Walkersville trailing by 7. You have to think Silver and Albertson aren't going to be on the bench for very long.
Not much longer, no.
Smith, no good, but it's Robbins.
Well, there's your big play by Robbins. High ball screen.
This is Levasseur Back to Seltzer. Shank with a shot and good for 3. Emerson Shank.
That's a big 3, and coach wants to take a 30-second timeout.
That shot pushes it back to a 10-point lead with 3:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. And that's 3 or 4 times here tonight where the Wildcats have gotten a big shot, just when it seemed momentum was starting to turn.
Yes.
You go back to the end of that third period, we didn't really talk about that, but the effect that the block that was called on Albertson that was followed by the technical.
Yes.
Williamsport hits all 3 of those free throws. They get the ball back, and then Smith hits the 3-pointer right before the buzzer. That really changed everything. Walkersville had a shot to cut the lead down to 3 points right before that happened.
You're right, and coach knows that, and he went right back to Albertson. He did not waste any time, and look where the ball goes.
Yeah, Albertson back in the game, blocked by Seltzer. Robbins comes away with it. She's being double teamed. Lavasser now gets it up to Smith.
Good look.
To Seltzer, up and in. I'm sorry, Emerson Shank again. And a takeaway here by Lavasser. Lavasser got the ball away from Natalie Meyer.
It's going to stay with Walkersville.
Walkersville ball. They're trailing by 12. Silver inbound.
Zipper screen.
Lavasser on the floor. Robbins with the rebound, and Lavasser's all alone. Ellie Lavasser, her first bucket of the night. And all of a sudden, it's a 14-point game. Williamsport running away with this now. Borum to the basket. Nice left-handed layup. That breaks the drought. And a quick timeout called by the Lions. It just amazes me. Yeah, it just amazes me how quickly this kind of got away from Walkersville.
It really did. I mean, to be honest with you, you don't ever want to look at an assistant coach and kind of point fingers or anything, but when you're in a game such as this and your coach is kind of like the person that's pulling you along and calling every set for you, when that person now has to sit and can't coach the way that they're accustomed to coaching, that's one thing. But when your girls look for that person to coach that way on the bench and he now can't, it is in effect. And I do believe that technical foul and him having to sit has been pretty much affected them the entire time in the end of the third and so far here in the fourth quarter.
And let's give credit to Emerson Shank as well on the Williamsport side right now. She's really come alive here in the fourth period.
In the last 3.5 minutes, Williamsport's on an 8-2 run. And Emerson's been a big key to that.
Shank with 6 of the 8 points here by the Wildcats in the fourth quarter. Pressure being put on by the Lions full court here. The Wildcats did advance it past midcourt. Robbins picked up her dribble, finds Smith at the top of the key. Around her back, and Smith's going to take up a little bit of time here.
Nice wraparound pass.
Low to Emerson Shank once again. 8 points this period, 10 on the night for Shank. 60-46. Borum with the right hand, no good. Robbins comes away with the rebound. Coach Murphy telling Robbins and Smith to stay in the backcourt. Happy to just run time.
Yep. Just remember, there's no 10-second count in girls basketball in high school.
Robbins took it to the basket and tried to kick it out, but it's taken away there by Silver. Silver finds Teasley cutting. She couldn't handle the pass. Nice idea. Just not executed.
No, they're not.
1:41 left. Now Sierra Sims takes it away. Kicks it across to Silver, and it goes out of bounds off the Wildcats. Minute 37 to go. Borum to inbound.
The box seal play.
Lofts it up for Sims. Gets it right back to Borum, and it's taken away by Robbins.
See if coach is going to keep her in the backcourt again, and he is.
Under a minute and a half to go in this one, and Williamsport with a comfortable lead here, 60-46.
Coach is going his version of the four corners from Carolina. He's going to hold it and dribble it out. He's probably not even going to take a shot.
Right. Let the shot clock expire if you have to.
Yep.
Robbins does put up a shot. No good, and it's a Williamsport rebound. So it's a brand new shot clock.
And I would assume Kevin's going to say just hold this one out.
45 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. Robbins drives. Albertson takes it away. Borum with the left hand gets the layup. And a timeout called here by Walkersville with 26.6 to go.
Shot clock will be off the remainder of the game now. Which means the ball does not even have to come into the front court. So he'll just spread it out.
And the question will be, do we see Walkersville apply any kind of pressure, or do they just let the clock run out?
Probably token. That's what I would think. They'd probably go token here. Maybe try to get one steal, but I don't think they're going to try to extend the game anymore at this point. This is a gutsy win for Williamsport.
26.6 seconds to go. Williamsport will inbound from underneath the Walkersville basket.
Page will be able to run the baseline to get the ball in bounds. They actually just worked on this play this past week.
Silver with kind of a face screen there, and now Williamsport
now
puts the ball back up. 15 seconds. A little bit of pressure from the Lions, but no fouls. And Robbins will run it out, and the Williamsport Wildcats will advance to the Maryland Class 2A West Region 2 Final Wednesday night. It'll be played right here at Williamsport High School. A 60-48 victory over the Walkersville Lions here tonight. Stay with us. Chad and I will be back to wrap things up here from Williamsport High School. Bob Parsoletti will talk to Coach Kevin Murphy and a player, perhaps two, from the Wildcats as well. So stay with us. More to come here from Williamsport after this.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving round in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
2023 is a new year. That means a new you with a new vehicle from Hagerstown Kia. To celebrate, they've packed the lot. And better inventory means better pricing for their loyal customers. You can always shop in person with one of our sales consultants or go online to HagerstownKia.com and start the search for your new Kia. Over 25 years of serving you, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Steve is a full-time realtor with over 20 years of experience and a retired Army officer. Allow Steve to serve your real estate needs with the same level of dedication he's served our country and tri-state area for 25 years. Call Steve today, 301-991-7990.
The Auto Spa and Auto Spa Express is a car wash experience like none other, with colorful LED lights and a rainbow rinse. We offer a variety of packages to make your car shine. Experience the ultimate clean at the Auto Spa Express, where you can take advantage of the self-use detail stations with free towels, vacuums, air blowers, and floor mat cleaning machines. Or visit the Auto Spa, where you can receive a full-service wash that includes an interior cleaning. Thank you.
New year, new car, new you with help from Hagerstown Honda. Hagerstown Honda's buying power has kept inventory on the lot, and we're ready to hand over the keys to your new Honda. And trading values have never been better for the new Honda buyer, with values still being up nationally. 2023 is the year you get more for your car and slide into your new vehicle, with Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales consultants walking you through the entire process. New year, new car, new you. 2023 is here, and so is your new Honda at Hagerstown Honda, the dealer that's always making it easy.
Back at Williamsport High School, your final score here this evening, 60-48. The Williamsport Wildcats beating the Walkersville Lions. Williamsport improving to 21-2 on the season, and they'll advance to the Maryland Class 2A West Region 2 final on Wednesday night. The winner of that one playing in the region final on Friday night. Take a look at the bracket there. Williamsport with the win there. They'll move out, and I believe they're going to be facing Middletown in the game on Wednesday. Other games there in the top half of the bracket in Region 1. That region final will be on Friday night. Paige Smith, the top scorer here tonight, 28 points. Emerson Shank with 10. Cam Seltzer with 11 for the Wildcats. And Bob Parcelletti will be talking with Cam Seltzer, and I think Bob is about ready. Bob has Cam Seltzer over there. Let's send it over to him. Go ahead, Bob.
Hi Cam. Great game. Today you were a little more involved in the scoring end of it.
Yeah.
Were you forced to do that, or did it just
It
come
really
out?
wasn't a force. It was more of a want. I wanted to win this game, and I was going to win this game, and that's my mindset for this.
Well, you had a lot of people to battle inside. It was a lot more physical than it was probably the last time you played them. What changed?
I would say the environment, definitely. The end goal of this game was different. Whoever lost was done, so everybody was kind of on attack mode.
One of the things that struck me was that Paige was Paige with her scoring, but she did a lot of great things. She set you up with some nice passes. She did a lot of other things to help you guys win, and I know you all did it, but she had helped you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for her. I love her to death, and I love playing every game with her.
So what do you think about going on now?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we do in the playoffs. I mean, hell, we got who knows how many games we have left, so we're just going to leave it all out on the floor.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Cam Seltzer. 11-point night for her. Did a real nice job on the inside for the Wildcats tonight. And now Bob has Paige Smith, 28 points for her tonight. Bob, we'll send it over to you.
Okay, we just said that you had 28 points today, but the things that struck me were the couple of passes that you threw, and especially two big defensive plays at the end of the third quarter to help you guys get the 11-point lead. Was that what you had to do in order to get your points? Did you have to do all those little things?
The little things definitely helped, but tonight I just felt like I let the game come to me, and I wasn't worried about scoring. I just knew if I could get to the hole I was going to. I was worried about the end of result tonight.
You guys really had to work to get your points, though, especially early. They seemed like they were picking you up, guys, very high in your offense and making you have to work around to get those openings.
Yeah, I feel like they did play very aggressive defense. Like, I feel like it was a very fast-paced game tonight, just like with it being playoffs. But I think our offense and defense did translate to that very well.
Did having to play that much defense and make those kind of plays, does that help open up, or did it go vice versa?
No, I feel like our defense in the first half, even though it wasn't the best, it did translate to transition on offense.
You got at least one more game. What do you think about all this being a senior?
I'm just gonna play with all I got. I'm gonna let it all out on the court.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Paige. 28-point night for her, and she was scoreless in the fourth quarter. As I said, Emerson Shank did a lot of the damage in the fourth quarter for the Wildcats in icing this game away. Bob has Coach Kevin Murphy now. We'll send it back over to Bob.
Hey, Kevin. Congratulations on the win. Cam Seltzer, she really came up big for you guys. And I mean, she's not the biggest girl in the world, but she really battled in there today and got you some offense.
Yeah, I thought she did. She had probably one of her best games of the year. Sorry, I got no voice. It was loud in this place and got no voice. But she probably played her best game of the year. She played a lot more minutes than she's used to. I think Paige and Amelia played the entire second half. It was one of those games where, I substituted a lot in the first half, but just needed to use some timeouts to get kids rest in the timeouts. But getting back to Cam, yeah, she was tremendous at both ends of the floor. We ran some new stuff for her tonight we hadn't run all year, and I got a couple buckets for her early on, and then in the second half, too, in key moments.
Now, Paige was Paige. She got her 28 points, but I was talking to her about a couple of great passes she did to help set up Cam.
Yeah.
And also there was those two plays in the third quarter where she stole the ball on the sideline and she made the big block down here that turned that game from a 3-point game to an 11-point game in a hurry.
Yeah, she does so many things that most kids can't do. Everybody thinks she can score, but she can distribute as well as anybody I've ever coached here, and she just does a really good job offensively for us in so many ways. And one of her most underrated skill sets is her ability to pass and create for others. But let me say this too. I thought Amelia Robbins, I don't know what the guys said during the game, was probably the most important player on the court tonight for us, getting us into sets, making our kids understand where the right pass was. Defensively, she's just tough. I mean, I love Amelia Robbins. What she brings us is huge, and a lot of other kids get a lot of the credit, but she deserves so much more than she gets.
Well, the other thing you have to bring up today too is your depth. I mean, you have 3 girls that were in foul trouble a lot. A couple of them weren't a lot, played a lot in the second half. So you had a lot of depth today come to play.
Yeah, Emerson Shank with 2 quick ones in the first quarter, and then she got a quick third one in the second half. And I was really disappointed. Our defense was not as good as it has been, so it's got to be shored up before we play Wednesday. But yeah, McKenna Weaver had to play a lot of minutes. Angel played some minutes inside for us. Hudson and Close off the bench too. So the thing that's helped us all year is we have depth, and so that came to help us tonight big time.
Williamsport played you a little bit differently than they did at least the last time.
Yeah.
That changes obviously with the playoffs. Does that give you an idea what you're going to be looking at in the rest as you go down the road?
Yeah, I just don't know who we're going to play yet. I don't know who's won in the Middletown-Hammond game. So they both play man-to-man. I don't know how much different they'll be. But Walkersville, I noticed whenever when Paige ran out of the game, they went some zone in the first half especially. So, look, let me tell you, I don't know how, the intensity of that game was like a state championship game. I mean, both teams wanted it so bad. No one deserved to lose that game. I saw the Walkersville kids fight as hard as I've ever seen them fight, and our kids fought really hard too. And so that's a tremendous basketball game for both teams. I hate to see someone lose that game.
Yeah, well, you got, like I said, everybody played a lot of defense, and it was a good caliber game.
Yes, very good game. We're just lucky to move on.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks, Coach Murphy. 60-48 is your final score here tonight. And Chad, react a little bit to what Coach Murphy said there, just about the play of, and we talked a little bit about Amelia Robbins and just how she comes up with a couple big plays, big rebounds or whatever. But she does it so quietly, and maybe it's because she doesn't score very much, because she doesn't look to shoot very much, and she is kind of overlooked, but she did have a really big game here tonight.
When you're a basketball coach, and I was fortunate enough to be able to college coach for 7 years, and I did a lot of recruiting. And when you have a point guard that goes on a team that's 21-2, they do a lot of really, really good things. And Amelia does a lot of great things. All the loose balls come to her. She's able to make plays on the defensive the glass and able to secure the ball so that the offense can start. And then on offense, I did notice there were some times that Coach Murphy let her kind of call the set coming up the floor, and she did a really good job of getting those sets called and getting the right people to shoot at the right times. They ran 5 a lot in the second half, which is it's a back screen to a down screen. And she called that a lot as I was watching her come up the court because Murph would just look at her, she'd throw 5 up, and then they were able to get into their stuff.
He talked about Emerson Shank as well, getting the 2 quick fouls in the first half, the 3rd foul right off the bat in the 3rd quarter, and kind of sat a lot in that 3rd quarter, but came out in the 4th, had 8 points of the 10 that Williamsport scored in that 4th quarter. Just the idea of her remaining engaged, even though she was on the bench. We've talked about that bench for Williamsport, how they're so supportive of the players that are on the court, and I think that sort of speaks to that.
It does. It talks about the culture in the locker room, and it talks about the character of the kids that Kevin coaches, and that's a big piece of it. They stayed engaged. That bench was locked in the whole time, and I think that's a credit to Kevin and his staff, but it's also a credit to the leaders in the locker room that are saying, we're not going to stop wearing a Williamsport jersey tonight. We're going to keep advancing. And that you could kind of tell the seniors, with Cam and with Paige, they wanted to take over at times to make sure that they were playing here on Wednesday night.
21-2, the Williamsport record now, and they will play here on Wednesday night against the winner of that Hammond-Middletown game. We remind you tonight's live coverage of high school basketball was brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and their surrounding communities. Well, this is our last live broadcast of the season here on Antietam Broadband. We've got plenty of replays of tonight's game, Tuesday, Wednesday at 6 p.m., Thursday, Friday at 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So as we close out here on our last broadcast, I want to thank Chad Brashears for joining us here on the broadcast this year. And it's been, I'm talking to Jim Turner, one of our production guys, about midway through the season. I was talking about how much I enjoyed what we were doing this year and having you here and so forth. He said, what, you mean you like this better than calling the game by yourself, wearing a mask? Like, yeah, this is much better this year. But you've brought a lot to the broadcast, and it's been fantastic having you here this season.
I really appreciate you guys coming on board. I mean, I thought back, how is this all going to go down? And I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of kept me in the basketball game, as I was able to go through and kind of put scatter reports together to what we were going to talk about. It kind of kept me engaged in that facet. But I really appreciate being a part of this and look forward to doing a lot more.
Yeah, it's been fantastic having you. Special thanks to Bob Parcelletti as well for his courtside reporting all season. Always gets the good stuff. We plucked him away after he announced his retirement from the Herald Mail a couple months ago. Super glad to have Bob with us throughout the season as well. And also want to mention the guys behind the scenes, the ones that put all this together, give you this great production, bring you this this live sports coverage here on Antietam Broadband. Our director, Mark Brown, our 3-play operator, Paul Shirley, audio engineer, Al Mason, stream engineer, Jim Turner, graphics by Katie Bresler, our camera people, Lance Duvall, Rachel Berman, Joey Stevenson, Eric Hastings, Dave Dahl, Ryan Edwards on audio and camera. Our executive producers, Tony Heaton, Steve Tyler, and Brian Hartman are the broadband technicians. We thank those guys. They make our work here a lot easier, and they're very happy to bring this live coverage to you throughout the season. So we appreciate you joining us here on Antietam Broadband. Remind you can catch the replay on channel 6 and 806, also on AntietamBroadband.com and on the WCLTV On The Go app. Thanks for joining us all season long, and we will see you next year back here on Antietam Broadband. Have a good night, everybody.